Hey, this is Dr. Roy Kim, and I'm here with my awesome VIP visitors from Singapore, Dr. Chen
Hello.
and Dr. Lee.
Hi.
So, just in case you don't know, Singapore is a huge, or maybe smallish, city-state. So as a city, it's pretty big, but as a nation, it's pretty small. It is in Southeast Asia, and they have a lot of fun because ethnically, they're of various races, specifically Chinese, Malay, as well as Indian. And the fourth category, which I love, is
Others.
So, other sounds a little bad. I guess I'd be an other in Singapore. So anyway, thanks so much for joining me. Thanks so much for coming. We're going to talk about food. We're going to talk about plastic surgery. I guess we'll talk more about aesthetic medicine and plastic surgery. And I will reveal a very personal, deep, dark secret that very few people know. So first off, Dr. Chen, thanks so much for coming.
My pleasure.
You originally are from Shanghai, but you immigrated to Singapore.
Yeah.
The question is, how do you actually say soup dumpling? So Shanghai dumplings are dumplings filled with soup.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably mispronouncing it, saying jiao ling bao. How do you actually pronounce it?
小笼包.
Jiao long bao.
Excellent.
Okay, good. Now, are there different types of filling inside jiao
Yes,
ling bao?
there's plenty. Yes.
Okay, so what's your traditional, and then what's
Just pork.
just pork?
Yes.
But you can have, I assume, tofu, chicken,
Yes.
crickets,
Yes.
buffalo,
Yes.
anything like that.
Truffle.
Truffles. Okay, well that's good. I didn't know China had truffles.
Yeah.
Okay, so now Dr. Lee,
Yes.
thanks for joining us. So I have a plastic surgery question for you.
Okay.
What's the training like in plastic surgery in Singapore?
Pretty similar to the US. It's a 6-year residency program.
So college, medical school, then 6 years of training,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're a board certified plastic surgeon.
Singapore certified.
Singapore certified. Okay. Now the other question in Chinese, how do you say liposuction?
It's called 抽脂.
Chou, zhi.
脂 Chou meaning suck,
Uh-huh.
and 脂 meaning 脂肪, which is fat.
So you don't say chou, zhu, fang. You just say chou, zhi.
Yes.
Why are you laughing?
It sounds better. 抽脂 sucks.
Smart questions.
I see. Okay. So it's shortened or?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a slang.
Okay. Now, how do you say plastic surgery in Mandarin Chinese?
整形外科.
Man, Jinsing.
整形 is to alter your being,
Mhm.
external appearance.
Yes.
外科 is just surgery.
Okay. Jinsing Waike.
Yeah.
Is that completely mispronounced so you can sort of understand
I
me?
can't understand you.
Barely understand me. Okay. Well, thank you. So anyway, I know you do aesthetic medicine in
Yes.
Singapore.
Yes.
What is, you have the common neurotoxins like Botox and Dysport and Xeomin, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Do you have, I know in Asia there are lots of different neurotoxins. Do you have the other ones?
No, not that I have used.
Okay. So really the common ones that are FDA approved in the US, there are only 4 approved in the US. You have the
Yes.
same ones in Singapore.
Yes.
Okay. And then how do you say neurotoxin in Chinese?
肉毒素.
Rodusu.
Yes.
Okay. Is that, I thought that Chinese didn't really have the R that much. Rodusu.
肉毒素.
Rodusu. In terms of plastic surgery, I know in general Asia, they like face surgery more than breast and body surgery. Do you find that that's true in Singapore?
In Singapore or in Asian context, a lot of people want to do double eyelid surgery.
Mhm.
Yeah, particularly to look prettier, more alert.
Improve confidence, not aesthetic appearance. It's number 1, improve confidence. Number 2, like looking pretty. All right? Yes, I know. Okay. So that's what we have to say. So in case you don't know double eyelid surgery, what that means is, well, this is the nerdy definition. Supratarsal fold creation. So about half of Asians do not have a fold above their upper eyelid. It's considered more aesthetically pleasing. So creating it is one of the bigger procedures in Asia. There are non-surgical and surgical ways of creating it. So which way do you prefer?
I personally prefer the open
Surgical.
surgical.
And then do you do non-surgical?
No.
So you prefer the open as well?
Yes, we'll refer to her.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Now, how do you say supratarsal fold creation surgery in Chinese?
双眼皮手术.
You don't know?
重减术.
重减术.
Yes.
Chongjianshu.
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's double eyelid in English. It's also supratarsal fold creation, but nobody ever calls it that.
Yeah.
So anyway, I have some food questions for both of you.
Sure.
I'm sure one of your favorite foods is General Tso's chicken, right?
Okay. What's that?
So anyway, how about orange chicken?
We've heard of it.
You've heard of it, but you don't have it in Chinese cuisine in Singapore?
No.
Okay, you've heard of Panda Express, right?
Panda, I've heard of. What is Panda?
Panda Express is an American chain of Chinese food. So it's actually started by Chinese immigrants, I think back in the early 80s, and it's like all over the place, and they have Chinese food. And to be honest, it's American style Chinese food.
Mm.
So I did take them to a fortune cookie factory. I believe they were actually invented here in San Francisco, in the San Francisco Chinatown. But do you guys have fortune cookies in Singapore? No. Okay. So, I mean, it's a treat for them because, yes, I guess you're ethnically Chinese, but you don't have fortune cookies in Singapore. So it's a good business opportunity, just throwing it out there for you guys. Okay.
Okay.
And then have you heard of chow mein?
Yeah, chow mein.
So what's it mean to you?
To me, it's home cooked noodles.
And to you?
Fried noodles.
Fried noodles and home cooked noodles? Is it boiled, steamed?
Stir fried.
Okay. So anyway, chow mein in America is actually, again, this is an American dish. It's not really a traditional dish. It's like leftovers with noodles, whatever they had left over during the gold rush. So it wouldn't surprise me that like in mainland China, in other like where there are large Chinese populations in Singapore, they don't really know what chow mein means to Americans. Now, in terms of other things in America, what has surprised you in your short time here?
The food. The portion of food is so big.
Oh, the portions.
Yes.
Yes. Well, this is why, fat grafting and liposuction is a huge component of American plastic surgery.
So good for your business.
Yes. So it's not even the dollar and amount. It's like it may or may not be expensive, but the portions are big at every price point. Okay.
So for you, it's good to invest in all those restaurants. So you feed them first and attract them to have the liposuctions.
I see. Okay. You heard it here first. And just to let you know, America, about 2/3 of Americans are overweight. A decent chunk have technical morbid obesity. So listen to them and quit eating so much General Tso's chicken and orange chicken, which they don't know about. So anyway, what has surprised you about America, Dr. Lee?
That we came to meet Dr. Kim.
Oh,
It was
come
so
on.
friendly.
I have to pay her now. So
Oh,
anyway.
Sweet.
So anyway, yeah, I hope you're learning some stuff. We've had some fun in the office. We're learning about social media. We're learning about plastic surgery. We're learning about differences in aesthetic medicine. So it's all good. Do you have any questions for me? And mind you, this is not rehearsed, so I don't know what the question is.
How old are you?
I can't say. I already told them this. If you stalk me enough, you can actually figure out how old I am. But I will decline to answer that question.
We're normal people.
Deep
We're
dark
professionals. We don't stalk people.
Deep dark secret.
Okay, this is my deep dark secret that I never revealed on any platform. I am actually technically part ethnically Chinese. I am not 100% Korean. So I have a great uncle, or no, more like a great great uncle, who was a Chinese diplomat. And so he actually was ethnically Korean, but was born in China and was a Chinese diplomat to the, what is it? It wasn't the Republic of Korea then, but it was still one nation. This is a long time ago. And so he fell in love with like my great great aunt and then got married and, technically became Korean. But yes, I'm technically part Chinese. So I try to hide that. Anyway, do you have a question for me?
So how old are you?
I'm getting it from both sides. And again, I don't know why people want to know. I find this very odd. So anyway, you can, again, stalk me on social media, figure out when I went to college and med school and did my training. And just to let you know, I did train in the 20th century, which shows you how old I am. This is before the iPhone was invented. That's when I trained. So that's old. So, well, thank you so much, Dr. Chen, Dr. Lee, for joining me on
Thank
video.
you.
And then I hope you found this informative in terms of food, mispronouncing Mandarin Chinese, as well as learning a little more about plastic surgery.